And hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode. That's right, we're still here. Another episode of the great Chelmsford Sports Show, 4th and 62. My name is Jon Freedman. I'm joined every other week by the coach, Bob Pariseau.
Hi, John.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Very well.
And by Cousin Steven, coming to us today from Pascagoula, Mississippi. Did I say that right?
Reading, that's perfect. That's exactly
Thank
right.
you.
Pascagoula,
Okay.
great place.
Pascagoula,
Yep.
Mississippi. It's great to be here again, and it's great to be here with Bob. Hopefully, Bob will watch his
What? Not. No. See?
There's no
Nope.
ref here today.
Totally maligned. My lawyer and I have been in contact.
Yes, we'll have more from Bob's lawyer a bit later. So the first thing I want to talk about, we were here 2 weeks ago, and we failed to mention the BC Eagles. And you know what? They had an unbelievable game against those frauds from Florida State, the number 10 team in the country at the time. BC blew them off the field. And then BC played again last Saturday, and they lost to, I think, the number 6 team.
Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm frothing at the mouth again. I get so excited talking sports.
Yeah.
They lost to Missouri, who was the number 6 team in the country. So shame on us for not mentioning it. Shame on me, as I'm responsible for the show. So there it is. There it is mentioned. The next thing on our list here was, I alluded to it earlier, was Bob's ejection. Last week I started talking about the Red Sox, and Bob almost broke the table in half, banging on the table about yeah, it was kind of funny, about the Red Sox, and a referee came out of nowhere and threw Bob out of the studio. And in all the years we've been doing this show, and all the months, no one's ever been thrown out of the studio. Thank God, Bob's daughter Beth was our lone audience member, and we went to the right hand and we called her in. A little bit later, we have some letters to share. One of the letters I got was from, the last thing Bob said was, "You'll be hearing from my lawyers." Well, that's a cliche that anyone who gets in trouble says. But I did get a letter from Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, which Bob hired as he paid the, 75-cent retainer, Bob?
Yeah, they went up in their rates.
75 cents. I don't know how you afforded that. But
It's the principle of the thing, John.
I understand. But you did say assholes. And
Well, see, now, well, there you go. We watch out.
Right.
Yeah,
Is
right.
Beth in the studio? Because we may need her
I
again.
know.
no, there's nobody here, and there's no ref here. And
So swear all you want. Go ahead.
hopefully, I heard a whistle.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Careful. All right, we need to move on
Okay,
now.
all right. So we'll move on from Bob's ejection.
It was embarrassing.
Hopefully, Bob will get to sit here. So, Bob, I'm going to ask you the question because you got thrown out of a studio in a middle school. Think about that for a second.
And I used to be an educator.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
You're an alumnus of the school here.
I am.
So,
Wow.
So Steven picked the Patriots to win 1 game. I picked the Patriots to win 3. Beth picked 6 or 7, and as I just said to Bob a minute ago, she had to be smoking crack for that. But Bob, how many wins do you think the Patriots are going to have this year?
I am going to go somewhere in the middle. They're going to win more than 1, as Cousin Steven said.
Okay.
You had 3.
Yes.
Beth was
6 or
almost
7.
almost 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go 5.
Bob says 5 wins. Okay. Are they going to win tonight?
Yes.
You think the Patriots are going to beat the Jets
Absolutely.
in the Meadowlands?
Absolutely.
What does Aaron Rodgers call it? The Jetterlands or something?
Who knows? He's smoking ayahuasca more.
Yeah, he's crying because
He's crying.
wasn't drafted till the 24th draft.
But we need to
Okay.
eat some crow.
Well, and
You know, you're trying to make me feel bad here because I picked the Patriots to win one game, but I just want to point out that right now I am 100% right, and you guys are not. So let's just get that straight.
wait a minute. I said 3.
Well, they've
No,
only
no,
won
Bob.
one.
Bob
won-
just
they've
said
won
5.
one.
They won one. Oh,
He's
okay.
saying they won one.
All right.
So
all
he's
right. Well,
he's dead on.
okay. He's
Right.
right. That's fine. Okay. I hope that helps you sleep better. So.
Well, we do have to give them their due.
Okay. So I think, I think the next thing on our list here, Stephen, you were there at the Seattle game, the home opener. So
Yep.
rather than us talking about it or me talking about it, because nobody wants to hear my crappy voice, Stephen, what did you give us a full report of the game on Sunday? I'll tell you what, it was a gorgeous day.
Well, the first thing is that it was hot. I sit on the sunny side of the field, in the upper deck, and it was really hot, which it frequently is when they play these first couple of home games. Besides the Patriots' play, which has really been pretty good, you have to admit, they look well coached. They have of course, a very, very conservative game plan, but we'll give them time to develop that. They almost won the game. But one of the biggest takeaways as a fan was that there were a lot of empty seats. So I don't know why, but I looked around, there was nobody sitting right in front of us, and this is almost like never happens. So I don't know why that is. Maybe we can get to the bottom of it. We'll see what happens at the next game, but a lot of empty seats.
Okay. How was the game overall? I mean,
Well, the
obviously
game was-
they lost in overtime, but
The game was great. I mean, except for the fact they lost, but the couple of comments there, they obviously don't have a passing game. I think that speaks to the coach's confidence in their offensive line, which is probably close to 0. So they're just run the ball. They do a great job running it. And even though the opposing team knows they're going to run the ball, they're doing it. I have one other comment about the game. I think it was at the end of the first half. They had the ball in their own half of the field. I thought it was a perfect time to bring in Joe Milton. Throw the ball 80 yards downfield and see what happens, and they didn't do it. So my question is, why did they draft Joe Milton? They had Bailey Zappi. What are they going to do with this guy if they don't bring him in when they need an 80-yard pass?
Well,
They could have drafted an offensive lineman.
but I'm thinking, your point is well taken. However, in order to get a pass off 80 yards down the field, you've got to have some idea that he's going to be able to hold it for at least 2 seconds,
for the receivers to get
and the
down
receivers
field.
have to get there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you take Tyquan Thornton and you just send him out. He could be the only one and just throw the ball 80 yards and maybe he'll catch it. If they catch it, doesn't matter. It's as good as a punt.
so like a Hail Mary.
Like exactly a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Just keep everybody in the block for him and let Thornton get down the field. Throw it.
The last time there was a successful Hail Mary was Doug Flutie.
That's
He
right.
played for BC.
It was 1984.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
Right.
It was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen, one of the things that I noticed, and you already alluded to it, was they're not pass blocking, and Alex Van Pelpen's not even giving them a chance to pass block, because what did Brissett throw, 14 times? But
13 to the tight end.
yeah, that's right. But it's ground and pound. It's like the legitimate smash mouth football like the New York Giants when Bill Parcells coached them. That's what this is like. And you know what? Those big lummoxes up front, they're blocking pretty well. And Ramondre Stevenson, Steven and I went back and forth on Sunday about this. I thought he should have gotten a game ball.
Sure. Yeah. And I like the change up when they bring in the Gibson kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's quick. He is quick to the hole.
he's fast.
You know?
Yep.
But I agree with everybody. They have to develop some type of passing play. They have to get the wide receivers involved because they can't. Stevenson's going to get hurt.
Well,
Simple as that.
Stevenson's going to get hurt. Who's the third running back? Hasty? Jermichael Hasty, is that his name?
Well known.
Well known by his mother.
Yeah.
You know, who knows what's going to happen? The next thing on our screen there is QB play. And Steven, I couldn't agree with you more. I was waiting for Joe Milton to run out on that field, and the defense knew they were going to run. So Joe Milton comes out there. Obviously, they know he's going to pass. But like you said, the kid's got a rifle for an arm. Put him out there. But I think Alex Van Pelt is afraid that Tyquan Thornton or Jalen Polk or any of those guys wouldn't get halfway down the field before Joe Milton got creamed. And, that's probably why we didn't see him. Thoughts?
Well, I'd still I'd like to see him try it once. Just leave everybody in the block, send one, maybe two guys out, and then, like I said. So if it's an interception, big deal. It's 80 yards down the field, better than a punt.
Well, like I said earlier, I won't argue with that. I know that a lot of the predictions of the news media, from Chris Gasper to Andrew Callahan of the Herald, all these guys were saying the same thing, that Smash Mouth football doesn't work in 2024. It worked, like I said earlier, 20 years ago. It doesn't work today. So they're going to have to open it up. They're going to have to go downfield. And Bob, to your point, not to a tight end, but they got to bring these wide receivers into the game. So that leads me to the next question, the last question on the Patriots is, do we want to change our predictions? Steven, do you want to change your one victory, or do you want to stick with that?
I'm sticking, man.
Okay.
One victory.
Wow.
Yep.
I came up with my
I'm
first
not.
one. I'm going to stay with
like
five.
one of those. I'm not like one of those, pussy sports writers for the Globe or the Herald. Who pick some, they go, oh, they're going to win 8 games, so the fans don't get on their back. I don't have any fans. I don't have to worry about it.
You got 15 yards penalty unsportsmanlike.
I just looked up the roster, and we have a running back rookie from Florida A&M, Terrell Jennings.
Who is he?
He's the third back.
I thought it's Hasty.
It says Terrell Jennings. Let me see
Okay.
if I-
Well,
I'll keep
what I
looking.
know.
Talk
All right.
quietly amongst yourselves.
No, it's okay. Steven, you're sticking with one. Bob, you went with 5.
Yep.
I'm going to stick to my 3. Yeah, I told you.
Okay.
Jermichael.
He's from Baylor.
Yeah, he's from Baylor.
Yep.
Yeah, he took basket weaving. He went to Baylor.
Wow.
Okay. To go back to the first point here, we all ate crow after that Bengals game. We should have eaten more crow after the Seattle Seahawks game, but we didn't. And all I'll say is, and Stephen and I talked about this during the week, at least they're fun to watch. They're not, the ref, the first game, the Bengals game, the first play, the kickoff, the ref throws a flag on the kid for jumping off sides or whatever he did. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is going to take, this game won't be over till 8 o'clock at night. It was a 1 o'clock game. But that was the only penalty on the Patriots.
They are well coached right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
which I was just going to say, credit Jon Mayo and his staff for all that they've done. To have all those kids, trained right and coached right, and no penalties. So
All right. Well, this young lady from the Globe says Nicole Young is
Nicole
her
Yang.
name.
Nicole
Yang.
Yang,
Yeah,
yep.
I'm sorry. Yes.
yeah,
Took a dig at a correct dig. She says at Gerard Mayo. No, you need to know. You need to know the importance of situation football in the final moments of the first half, with the Falcons attempting to score. Gerard Mayo had some type of misstep.
I don't remember that.
Well,
Do you remember?
I think what she's referring to is that when the Patriots had the ball, they ran on first down and then they passed twice and they were incomplete. So
Yeah.
basically, they didn't use up any clock and they had to kick the ball back to Seattle. So if they had run the ball and run the clock out, then nothing bad would have happened.
right then, yeah. Her point, Belichick's point was Seattle got 3 points, which were pretty big.
Yeah,
Right.
So anyhow,
I think that's coaching experience, but
yeah.
I'm not going to come down too hard on Mayo for that.
Okay. No, I hear you. I didn't even think of that, but you're right. So, okay, Steven, anything else on the Patriots?
Nope, they're fun to watch. I'm really pleased right now. We'll see how it goes. I think they might win tonight. Who knows? Because it's the Jets, right?
See, now he's waffling.
I'm not.
He's waffling.
No. Okay, they're going to lose. All right. No.
No. No,
Okay.
I'm a fan.
You made that prediction before any games were played. So
Right.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I mean, it's a big day for Aaron Rodgers because last year he played on the fourth play, his Achilles ripped, and that was the end of it for him. So obviously it's a big day for him. He wants to show the New York fans and New Jersey fans that it was a good trade and money well spent or whatever. So who knows?
I want to make one more comment here. Is like it's probably obvious to you, but I don't bet on football games. So
Right.
there's that.
I mean, betting on any sport is
Illegal.
a crapshoot at best, right?
I don't bet on anything
Right.
true, but everybody, quote unquote, everybody bets on football. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I don't either.
bet because I picked them to win one. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if we can now,
We're out of time.
can we move? Stephen is waffling.
I'm not waffling. Still one.
Okay.
And I'm a fan. I'm no pundit.
So, okay. Moving on.
Yes.
Is that okay? You're not changing your
Yes.
shirt today, are you?
No, I'm not changing my shirt.
Okay, he's
No.
leaving his Brewski shirt on
Yeah.
today. We're going to talk a little about the Red Sox. So the first thing is there is 2000.
Excuse me, but I was kind of hoping we were going to talk about men's Olympic swimming, so then Bob could take off his Patriots shirt. We could do that.
I could get thrown out of here again.
Right.
Okay.
We'd have to turn off our computers.
I'm not touching that one at all. So anyway, is 24 done? Bob looked this up because he's the team historian. There are 4 games out as we stand today, but they have to jump over Seattle Mariners. I almost said the Seahawks.
Twins.
And the Minnesota Twins. No, and the Detroit Tigers.
Detroit Tigers.
To get to the Twins,
Right.
who have the third and final wild card, or as Bob likes to refer to it as, everybody gets a trophy wild card.
All right.
But, they stopped hitting. They stopped. They just, all of a sudden, they forgot how to hit and score runs. I mean, last night they won 2-1, but 2 runs. That was it.
Right.
And one of my favorite stats that tells everything about this team is Tyler O'Neill has 31 home runs and 61 RBIs. I mean, that's brutal. That's like awful.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge has close to 140 RBIs.
Now you're talking about a real ball player.
Yeah, I shouldn't compare. I know.
Otani's almost 50-50.
You know, and the next thing here is so the hitting stopped, the pitching, the bullpen. I forget what year it was. It was probably 25, 30 years ago. The Red Sox bullpen used to be referred to as the arson squad. Remember that? It was the arson squad. Well, now it really is arson because they come in and 2 of the guys that Pariseau got are on injured reserve. They come in. Bailey Horn came in the other night, and he gave up a double, a home run, a double, a single. Like, what is this, batting practice? Thoughts, gentlemen? You're dumbfounded.
Wait till next year. Let's go. You're right. Let's go to the next one. Wait till next year.
Yeah,
That's
wait till next year.
Let's go to the Patriots.
That's the famous
Well, the next
cry
thing is
used to go up
pitching.
when I was a
We
kid.
can go down to the wait till next year. I told Bob yesterday, I wrote a poem. Remember? And Stephen will remember this. We went to the 78 playoff game, the Bucky Dent game. And I wrote a poem on the bus ride back to UMass. And the name of the poem was Wait Till Next Year. But I don't want to.
We've only got 4 minutes left.
I know. And we still got to get to
And it's a 20-minute poem, you told me.
Yes. So, anyway, the last thing is the 20th anniversary. And Bob, these are Bob's bobbleheads here. And so, well, this guy wasn't there 20 years ago. Neither was that guy.
Pedro.
Pedro was here 20 years ago. And here's Pedro taped to the pole in the dugout.
Yep.
I don't even know if that looks like him, but and of course I went out and I spared no expense for this show, and I bought 5 bobbleheads. Of course, I forgot them when I came here today.
And you can see on the bottom over the coming up, you'll be, if you want to donate to the cause, and send us any of your sports paraphernalia that's laying around in the basement or out in the garage that you're done using, we can add to our set here. We're a shoestring operation, so any help will be greatly appreciated. And I can guarantee you, if you send it in, it'll be displayed, but it will not be returned to you.
Or no,
No?
that's not true.
No?
We'll return it.
When?
There is no when.
Ah.
When we get around to it.
Somewhere within 20 years.
Yeah, you'll have it.
Okay.
You'll have it at some point.
Okay.
That'll be a family heirloom. So the last thing,
Got to wrap it up.
with a couple of minutes left, is we get letters. So hold on. We actually have a prop here that's going to help us out. So hold on one sec.
We got so much mail that John's got his own box that comes from out of the mailbox.
So we got 2 letters this week. Thank you. Nope. They're stuck in the mailbox. So we have 2 letters. So I already talked about the first one. And this is from the last thing Bob said when he got ejected was, you'll hear from my attorneys. Well, we all kind of laughed at that. Well, this is from the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. It's dated September 19th, which was yesterday. Dear sirs, we have been retained by Robert Pariseau regarding his ejection from the Chelmsford Cable TV studio on September 5th. We have only one statement to make at this time. Screw you. I don't know how professional that is, but this
What do you
was
want for 75 cents?
right.
That's right. This was beyond outrageous, and against everything the FCC, FBI, United States Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stands for. So, okay.
Still got time. I think he gave it more.
I think he
Oz
added-
gave us more time.
Oz gave us more time. Okay. The second letter, so that's a letter we'll have more at a later date. So I expect to hear more from Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe probably the next time we see everybody. Okay. The second letter is from a very good fan who I know he watches us. He goes on the website. He's a YouTube expert, and he's a Tower of Power freak. So here's a letter. Dear sirs, I love 4th and 62. I always laugh when I watch and don't think it is the marijuana I smoke. No comment. It is usually very funny. We will keep watching. Keep up the great work. Hopefully in the near future, you'll take phone calls, which one of the Oz directors said probably by 2026
Yeah.
we'll be taking phone calls. I'd love to call in, and this is signed Robert S. of Coral Springs, Florida. Robert, I thank you very much for taking the time to write in and send your notes. I hope we didn't get in the way of your dope smoking, because I know it makes you feel better. And you know, like I said, it's nice to have a fan out there. Stephen?
Do we have time? How much time do we have left? 55 seconds?
Yeah,
ahead.
go for it.
'Cause I got a fan letter.
Oh, good.
You
And-
did?
Yeah, I did. And, you know, I don't get a lot of fan letters. It says, Dear 4th and 62, this letter is for Cousin Steven. And that's kind of cool. I never get fan mail. I've never got fan mail before. Steven, you're late on your alimony check. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Never mind.
You're still paying?
Okay, as you can see now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls out there in TV land, that our new email address is up on the screen. Please send us your comments. Keep them clean and responsible, please. Remember, we're all in here in fun.
Yeah. And just so you know, that email address, 4th and 62 at gmail.com, is real. That
Yes,
really
that-
does exist.
Right.
So, said Bob letter. Stephen, I hope you don't get letters like the last one.
Me too.
So, you know, and I won't ask you which alimony it is that you're late on.
We have to say goodbye.
Oh, we have to hang up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're over. So
Yep.
for Coach Bob Pariseau, who didn't get thrown out today,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you. One in a row.
And for Cousin Stephen and Pascagoula,
Thanks, everybody.
Mississippi, for Pete and Peter up in the control room, we thank you very much. We'll see you again. Go Pats.
Go Pats.
Tonight they win. I think they missed that. I was too late on that one. I think we got 35 minutes instead of 28 this time.